Yes, it's Praetorian. I'm making this video basically something I didn't think I was really going to do. I don't really had any interest in making any type of a commentary video because I'm just an average guy that made an average channel about 6 months ago for the basic purposes of just playing with my friends. Met a lot of great people on Destiny. Met a lot of assholes on Destiny too. I can't believe it.
You're an emotional fucking cripple. Your soul is dog shit. Every single fucking thing about you is ugly.
But let's figure it. This is what basically happens in any game, I guess. You run into good and you run into bad. So I've been thinking a lot about where Destiny's going, at least in my opinion, which basically means nothing. It's just my opinion.
You are a sad, strange little man.
But you have a lot of great games coming out in 2016, most notably for me and the friends that I play with. We're looking forward to the Division. I think it's going to be amazing. A little cautious about Ubisoft just because of kind of how some things went with Assassin's Creed over the years. And believe me, just like with Bungie, I went back with Ubisoft, oh gosh, all the way to the first Assassin's Creed on Xbox. Enough said about that. Basically, I'm just kind of just lost, at a loss for words as to where Destiny's going to go. It's a game that I love. I love the challenges. I enjoy the scenery. I enjoy the aesthetics of it. I enjoy the mechanics of it. What is just killing me lately is just this constant loot table, changing of the weapons, not changing of the weapons, people bitching. And I remember at the end of year one where, you know, anytime you were in the Crucible or anytime you were in Trials or Iron Banner, it was the Thorn. The Thorn, the Thorn, the Thorn. The Thorn, the Thorn, the Thorn. It's too OP, it's too OP, it's too OP. Well, if you're really good with it, yeah, it is OP. I wasn't good with it, so.
I don't like your jerk-off name. I don't like your jerk-off face. I don't like your jerk-off behavior. And I don't like you.
So, you know, it was average. So people would complain, bitch, and moan, and of course they changed things and decided to do something differently. Can remember when I was playing Iron Banner before year one. I mean, I used to use the Soros regime all the time. And then they came out and they kind of nerfed that. They nerfed the big one at that time was like the Vex Mythoclast. Another awesome weapon, just OP. But my thing was, look, you know, you spent all that time, you spent all that energy, you spent all that, you know, effort with your friends, going through the Vault of Glass, going through and obtaining certain weapons. I mean, even with Thorn, what did you have to do to get Thorn? You had a lot to do to get Thorn. I mean, especially with the Crucible and then going back and dealing, you know, in the Hellmouth and everything else like that, just to get that weapon. Then you had to, of course, you know, build it up and decide what you wanted to do with it and how you wanted to deal with the rolls on it. All right. So lately, it's just been like every week. You know, you go to you go to Nightfall. And my gosh, man, it's just one ghost shell after the next. Now, granted, I have seen where, like, I got a Monte Carlo at 310. Yeah, that was great. But then, like, you see, you know, your friends are getting, like, another ghost shell. I mean, for Aliens, like, 3 weeks in a row, it's always getting this, like, ghost shell. I mean, he's a better player than I'll ever be in this game. I just don't get it. I don't get why they can't figure out something like once you're over 300, once you're around 310. I mean, can't they just drop something that's a little bit more fun to get, a little bit more rewarding? I mean,
yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
This is a loot-based game, which basically means that the more you keep playing, the more likelihood that you're going to get something you really want. But again, I just think Bungie's like a bad marriage or a bad girlfriend or significant other or whatever you say. You keep thinking, at least I do. I mean, I just keep thinking, if I keep putting in time, if I keep putting in effort, you know, I've been here since year one, since day one. I mean, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And against all hope, if I keep being nice and I keep trying and I don't say a word and I don't really bitch that much and I'm not a hater, I mean, it's going to get better. And it's like, you come home from a hard day's work and you're like, honey, this is what I did today, and I'm paying the bills, I'm taking care of this, and it's like, oh, real nice. That's basically what it is, And I don't know, man. I started with Bungie back when Halo 1 first came out, Halo Combat Evolved. That was it. That was like something I never saw before. It was a great game. They took off. It was one of the best games ever made. The whole series. Halo 2, for me, started the whole PvP matchmaking. I mean, I had a blast, and you're looking at lagging out at the worst times. You're looking at PvP where people are lag switching, cheating, and it's like, if you're not going to play the game, man, why are you doing it? Why you just ruin it for everybody else because you just want to be a dick?
If I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
That's basically what it is. I mean, I'm not one for ranting. I mean, I talk crap all the time with my friends. And that's what, like I said, that's what it's about. I'm an average guy with a very small, very average channel that started, 6 months ago, figuring out, hey, I'd like to put up some content and kind of show other people that you as an average gamer can get the same stuff I can get. As long as you surround yourself with good friends, which is what it's about. It's a community. The whole gaming community is just that. I mean, it's just people getting together trying to share experiences. Like, some people go out, they're into music. They want to learn to play the guitar. Well, you just can't pick up the guitar and start, plucking strings and expect to make music overnight. You had to work at it. And that's kind of how I feel about gaming. I've always enjoyed it. I have a son. He enjoys it. We're a big gaming family. So every time that a new game comes out, doesn't matter what console it is, we're dropping a lot of money. Well, basically, I'm dropping a lot of money. Kid's not working, not yet. But I digress, man. It's just, I never really thought I'd want to make anything, any type of commentary. And I'm probably really sucking at it. But I don't
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
want to put on airs and be like a guy going, hey, I'm Praetorian, and what I got to say is the most important thing in the world, and you should just subscribe to my channel and do all these things. Man, there's a lot of great YouTubers out there that make a lot of great content, and I learn a lot from, quite frankly. I get a lot of my information from, people like Sir Wallen, Bife. My name is Bife. I mean, like, good guys that I just enjoy watching, and learn a lot from their videos and what Bungie may be doing. Some people with the inside scoop. But what I can't figure out is why Bungie continues to just, almost in a sense, ignore it. Ignore the problems with the server. They don't have a big enough server to handle this game. It's the most expensive game in history. $500 million. People say it over and over and over again. $500 million to make this game. And it's just, it could be so much more. And with the Division coming out and it basically being kind of like a Destiny, kind of very similar as far as that, you're going to have missions, you can have a fire team of up to 4. You're going to be able to make decisions out there that, whether you're going to go rogue, or, it's a loot-based system, whether you can attack other players when you're in the dark zone. I mean, it has the potential of being a lot of things that Destiny should or could have been. So, I mean, do I still love Destiny? Absolutely. I love Destiny. I love playing with my friends every week. I love trying to get these challenges. I basically am not going to really change, at least not at this point. I'm hoping, though, that Bungie just kind of just looks at things and says, look, we can be doing so much more than what we're doing right now. We don't want to basically spit in the face of our loyal fans that are still playing this game all the time. I mean, like I said, without really sounding like I'm important and I know what I'm saying and I know the inside scoop on things, because I don't. I'm just a fan. I'm just a gamer. I'm just a dad. I'm just getting tired of this thing with, playing a game that basically there's no real progression for months and months and months and months and months. And then, downloadable content's going to come out. Things are going to get a little bit different. There's going to be something for us that's new before year 2, and that's all great. But at the end, it's like, if you don't fix some of the basic issues, the basic problems, like pick a weapon system, pick your tables for it, and just leave it. Players are going to gravitate, at least I do. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, obviously, but I would think players are going to gravitate the weapons that they enjoy playing with, no matter what. No matter what it is. I mean, if you like using auto rifles, you're going to be an auto rifle kind of guy. If you like using hand cannons, you're going to be using hand cannons. It's just whatever the player prefers. So just make them kind of even, and have the player work with them, and enough where the good players are going to be able to exploit some things, and the average players are just going to have to work a little bit harder. I understand they wanted the subscription base up. That's what they want. I don't blame them for that. They're a company like anybody else. So basically, I just wanted to say, I've been around for about 6 months on YouTube, and I've learned a lot of great things. I'm meeting a lot of great people, and I've gotten a lot of really neat comments. I've also gotten really some very negative comments, but, that's to be expected. Anyway, my channel is really not about anything else other than people gaming. I'm not trying to be a multi-millionaire or some kind of YouTube sensation. Just basically just a guy just saying, look, this is what I see. This is what I hope could be done, and hopefully things will kind of get better. I really liked a lot of things they did in year 1, where we had elemental primary guns. That's gone. I mean, I don't know whatever happened with that, but I miss a lot of those guns. I miss having those weapons, and unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to come back or what they're going to do, but I was just kind of hoping that, Bungie basically looks back and says, look, we have a 10, 15 year plan. I mean, with the games that are coming out by other companies now, I don't know if they're going to be able to sustain that. I know I'll try to keep playing for as long as it's fun. And as long as, I keep progressing as a player and my characters keep building. It's a long-term commitment. I understand that. But there's also a great financial burden involved with, investing in a lot of these video games today. I mean, you can't even, they're $60. I mean, now you got to buy a season pass if you want some additional stuff. So, in each game that you're buying, you're basically going, hey, $100 each time. But that's pretty much all I got to say. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway.
That's all I have to say about that.
Anyway, thanks for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. Please feel free to drop any comments anytime. If you see me floating around on Xbox One, please send me a message. I'll be happy to play with you. Take care.